rollup fields are so great inside of Airtable because they make your data really accessible from one table to another. You can think about lookups like VLOOKUPs in spreadsheets, or if you're not familiar with spreadsheets, it's basically looking up one piece of data from one table onto another. So for example, on your projects table, you might want to get some context on the client itself. So you might pull some client fields related to that project. A rollup field also pulls data from one table to another, but it's a little bit more complex because you can have formulas associated with that rollup field. We'll also be talking about conditions when you're creating lookup and rollup fields as well. On the projects table, we can pull in some information from the client. For example, I might want to give my project team a little more context about what industry the client is in. In this case, I'm going to select the lookup field type, select client, which is the linked record, and then select the industry. Your lookups and rollup fields are all going to be based on a linked field. So unless your database has linked records, you cannot create lookup or rollup fields. In this case, you can see that I've pulled all of the industries for my client. Once I change the client within the project, the lookup values will also change. Next, I also want to pull information the opposite way. So I want to pull data from the projects table onto the clients table. On the client table, you might want to see all of the client's projects and all of the client's active projects. I'm going to create a field called All Projects. And now you can see that on each client, there are several different projects. You will also notice this is the exact same information as our linked field. So project name is not always a helpful field to pull, at least at the moment. Instead, you might want to see what are all of the active projects related to this client. In this case, you will need to use a conditional rollup field. You can add a condition, and the condition we're going to be filtering using is the status. Since I don't want to look at the completed projects, I only want to look up the projects that are either new or in progress. Once you save that, you will see there's a shorter list of projects. As the project statuses are updated, this list will continue to change. For example, let's change the SEO project and project 5 to completed. As more projects are completed, you'll see that lookup field change. Now there are fewer projects in the field. Thanks for investing in your own knowledge base. I'm Cherry Yang, the founder of Claribase. We're going to be releasing our flagship course, Airtable Mastery, for free. In the course, you can find over 100 videos on topics like design, integration, automations, and interfaces. It's perfect for the Airtable champion who wants to build their database right the first time. You can sign up for the course at the link down below.